Environment Canada is committed to some important regulations to manage new and existing storage tank systems. This video will help you to determine if the Environment Canada regulations could apply to your system. Owners and operators of storage tank systems should read the regulations carefully and obtain appropriate professional advice. Storage tank systems can only be subject to the regulations if 3 criteria are met. Storage tank system specifications. The system must be storing petroleum products or certain allied petroleum products. Belongs to the federal house. If the system does not meet one of the 3 criteria, then the regulations do not apply. Storage tank system specifications. A storage tank system can be as simple as a single above-ground tank with a vent and some piping. Or a storage tank system can be a complex network of interconnected tanks and associated equipment, such as piping, vents, pumps, sumps, overfill protection devices, and spill containment devices. A tank is defined as a closed container with a capacity of more than 230 litres, designed to be installed in a fixed location. Only tanks operating at atmospheric pressure qualify. Containers that are not considered tanks can include tanker trailers, fuel caddies, fuel dollies, drums, and pressurized tanks. If the container qualifies as a tank, it meets one of the 3 required conditions. If not, the regulations do not apply. Product stored. Determining whether the Environment Canada regulations apply to your storage tank system also depends on the kind of product being stored. The system must be storing petroleum products or certain allied petroleum products. Some commonly stored petroleum products include gasoline, diesel, jet fuel, and heating oil. Allied petroleum products include substances such as uninhibited ethylene glycol, biodiesel, and E85 fuel. Check Schedule 1 of the regulations for a complete list of the allied petroleum products that are covered. If the system stores petroleum or allied petroleum products, it meets another of the 3 required conditions. If not, the regulations do not apply. Belongs to the federal house. The Environment Canada regulations apply only to storage tank systems that belong to the federal house. Federal house systems include any federal government-owned or operated system and any system located on federal or Aboriginal land. If a storage tank system is either owned or operated by a federal department, board or agency, a Crown corporation, or certain airports, port authorities, or railways, it belongs to the federal house. Land belonging to the federal government includes both federal land and Aboriginal land as defined in the Canadian Environmental Protection Act of 1999. Many of these lands can be found in the Directory of Federal Real Property and on the First Nations Profiles Interactive Map. If the storage tank system belongs to the federal house, it meets the 3rd of the 3 required conditions. Unless the system qualifies for an exclusion under subsection 2.2 of the regulations, the storage tank system is subject to the Environment Canada regulations and must comply with its requirements. It's essential that all owners and operators evaluate storage tank systems to determine if the regulations apply. It's your responsibility to determine whether the regulations apply to your system. If you're unsure, seek professional advice. These regulations will help to avoid leaks and spills. Together, we can all play an important part in protecting Canada's communities today and preserving our environment for tomorrow.